What's up, angels? It's the West Coast Bells, and we're back with the review of P Valley. It is season one, episode 8. It is the finale, and it's called Murder Night. I'm Misha,
And I'm tired.
and if you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for your bells.
Please hit the
So,
bell for your bells.
please hit the bell for your bells. So, the scene opens up and it is Autumn dancing for Montavious. And she is obviously terrified. Okay. She is terrified. She does not know what to do. Somebody came knocking and, he told her she better be quiet. And they just were quiet until that person went away. So she's still terrified, and she says somebody's gonna see because there's cameras all over this place. And so he was like, oh, before I get to that part, wait. She said, where is my motherfucking money? Well, I'm gonna ask you one more time, where is my motherfucking money? And she said it's in the bank. And he like, you deposited $250,000 and nobody said nothing. She said, yeah, I just mixed it with my stripper money and I just deposited it. They're like, yeah, they should have known you wasn't making that much money in that hole in the wall. And she said, how do they know that this is the only club I dance in? I could be dancing in clubs from here to Miami. And he was like a former corporate accountant. And that is when it all made sense of
Yeah.
how she has so much financial knowledge. She um she she is a corporate
Hey.
she is a corporate accountant. So the scene then goes over to, or no, she does say somebody's gonna see us and there's cameras all over the place. And he's like, so you better get your dancing in. And the scene goes over to the showroom floor, honey. And it's Uncle Clifford introducing the trap prince, Lil Murda, and the pole princess, Mississippi. And at that point, the club went up. Okay.
I
The
did
club
too.
went up. I did too. I did too.
I did too.
I did too.
I did.
And so when he introduces them, they come out killing it. Lil Murda sees how the crowd is feeling him, and they like over love. I used to choose the money over love. Like
Hey, and I was too.
he looked, and in that moment, is I guess it was surreal for him. So they kind of dropped the music out and let him have his moment of, hey James, of like, damn, look, they feeling me, they love me. So he takes his fur off and throws it in the crowd. And you can see Uncle Clifford, she over there like,
Oh no, he didn't.
oh
The
no,
hell is wrong?
oh no, he didn't. so so he flexing real hard. Uncle Clifford starts stunting too, you know.
Look at your background,
Um,
girl.
okay, so wait, the show must go on. The
The
show
show
must
must go on. Keep it moving.
go on. So my baby got behind it.
Don't
And
explain. Don't explain. The show moves on.
bring it down, girl. Okay, so he flexing real hard. Uncle Clifford starts stunting too, like bop, 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 bop. Right? He he
I think he put it up too high. Okay, go ahead.
Little baby, lovely baby. He was there. He was at the top. My baby towel, okay. Hey, put it down a little bit. It's okay. So wait. Can't bring it out because it's over here. You can anyway. Down.
Girl, the show moves on.
Okay, so yeah, okay. Anyway, after he starts done, then He hit that song, M.I. quick letter I, quick letter I, humpback, I, humpback, I. And Mississippi started killing it. And Mississippi started killing it, okay? So
Yes.
at this point, the club is so popping, or the producers, whatever they did to get that club to look like it was jumping like that, they
It was
did that.
popping.
Okay, they did that. It was really popping. It was really popping. And uh, yeah, okay, just take it all the way down. Just take it down. Okay, and so Derek is there on the sideline. Derek, he's real creepy to me. You know, he's really creepy to me. Like he's super creepy. I don't know. He just be always sitting to the side, like Keyshawn, Keyshawn.
Yeah. But he
You know,
doesn't even usually come see her. He just comes when he think it's the last day, you know?
right,
Like,
right.
I don't know.
It's just
So,
he just be weird all to the side, like always at ready to ask questions or something
yeah,
like that.
watching her, just like watching
Yeah,
her.
yeah. So Mercedes is in the back dance in the VIP dancing for one of her regulars, okay? And she probably should have took that extra 10 stacks from Autumn because she was back there trying to, get him to invest. And she basically was like, do you think I'm worth 10K? Can I, you've been real caring and real generous up until now. Do
Right.
you think that it's worth 10K? And oh my goodness. And he offered her to take her from the pole to the palace. So he said to her, um, what about regular visits and time on the regular and a bunch of other conditions.
Yeah. See, you know how to do. He propositioned her
Yeah, he
with,
promised her, you don't have to do this no more. You could just come and be my side hoe, basically.
my
And
concubine.
yeah, my concubine, right?
Yes.
Um, she like how your wife gonna feel about that, and he says she already knows. Leaving Mercedes like what?
Well, I'll be damned.
What? And so, Little Murder and Mississippi, they go over to the scene where Little Murder and Mississippi is leaving the stage. They run into Ron Cap while leaving the stage, and this is some management guy that's you know just got a real slick mouth. You know what I mean? He really know how to lay it on thick and sell a dream
Yeah.
or make
Yeah.
them sign up real quick, right? So a girl runs up to get her titties signed. She's like, "Ooh, Little Murder, sign my titties, sign my titties." And Uncle Clifford came over there like, her Uncle Clifford's last night rules: no titties and tequila at the bank. Okay, and she shut that down so quick. So Ron want to talk to Little Murder in Mississippi, and Mississippi was gonna leave and go and tend to Derek with his weird. He back there again, like Keyshawn,
Creeping.
Keyshawn. He just is really weird. But he back there, and wait, let me get this off the screen. Hold on.
So he went back there to the VIP room where they were talking, and he was calling her name, talking about Keyshawn, come here, Keyshawn. And she
Right,
like, I hold it, gone.
right.
I told you I'm
I've
coming.
been for a fucking minute. That's what. So yeah,
That's what she said.
when he no, but look, she was gonna go and tend to him and she ignored him and she kept on walking because she felt the opportunity, you know. She felt
Yeah.
that
He was
opportunity.
back there. The dude was back there selling her a dream, and she was eating it up.
Yes, she
She was
was.
eating it up. She was ready to purchase. So, you know, He must have got uncomfortable with seeing his woman, who's a stripper, walking around with her
Right.
ass out with another nigga.
Right.
But whatever.
I mean, that I can see how that would happen. I can definitely see how that would happen.
I don't
So,
see how that happens. But I know it does, but I don't understand that. But
no
okay,
matter how
go ahead.
comfortable a man acts like he is with you being a stripper, it's just not true. Okay, he's not comfortable.
Right.
He's never going to be comfortable, and that's just what it is. So, Ron has said he wanted to talk to Mississippi too, and the scene goes to Uncle Clifford going in the back with Big L. He's celebrating the girls, and Big L, he like them girls is shaking it like hotcakes, baby. They out there shaking it,
And they
baby.
were.
And Big L like, well, I'm glad they shaking it like that because it's gonna be out of business tomorrow. So, so that's it right there. Um, Then they see Autumn with her shirt off when they look at the surveillance. And Autumn took her shirt off as a sign of distress because she wanted somebody to come back there because she knew the rule was no titties and tequila. Okay.
Right.
So she
I
back
didn't even pick up on that. That's a good observation, sis.
yeah, she took her shirt off as a sign of distress so that some security would come back there.
Yeah.
So So then Uncle Clifford sends Diamond, or so he thinks he sends Diamond, he calls Diamond on the radio to send him back there to take care of the issue. Okay.
Yeah.
And when he sent Diamond back there, they must have got their wires crossed because nobody ever went back there. Okay. Diamond is at the door, and for the sake of the last night, he let an underage boy in. Okay,
Well,
he let
look
what?
at before that. She had called Big L, and Big L told Diamond to do it. Well, yeah, something like that. And then Diamond said he couldn't do it, and Big L said he was gonna go do it.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because Diamond was busy at the door, trying
Yeah.
to, get everybody in.
Yeah. He
But
said
yeah,
he
go
trying
ahead,
to lay
sis.
down the law. Will you do it? And
Yeah.
they got their wires crossed because nobody ended up going back to the champagne room or the paradise room to check on Autumn. So Diamond is at the door, like I said, for the sake of the last night. He lets this underage boy in that shows ID. The boy showed ID, but it didn't look nothing like him. He like, okay, whatever, what's going on and whatever. So um I can't. My look, I gotta
No, it's cool. It's cool. Go ahead.
yeah, I really can't. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I need
No,
to.
no, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You were doing fine.
Okay, look, I'm gonna go out and come back in though. Okay, because my mouse
Oh
is.
Lord.
No, my mouse is
Okay.
doing it.
You don't need your mouse to talk. Go ahead. It's fun. Okay, so she was at the part where Diamond was letting people in, and he didn't let the underage boy in.
There we go.
Okay, you're back. That was quick.
All right, so okay, so here we go. Um, and now I can take that down, girl. She
Okay,
said,
go ahead.
I told your grandma, don't be telling my granny on me. Um, Okay, so where was I? The boy finds Mercedes, the young boy. He finds Mercedes and he
Hmm.
gives her the missing person flyer for Haley Colton. And she like, why didn't, what was his name? What's the fake ID man name?
I don't remember the fake ID man name. Oh
Okay,
yeah, Maine.
man. Okay, why
Yeah,
didn't man deliver it himself? And she said he got caught up in jail or whatever because I mean the little boy that he usually have his ankle bracelet went to jail for robbing something or something. So
yeah.
anyway, gives her the missing person flyer. She immediately notices the ring that that Montavious had on in the picture. And she
Yeah.
knows that Autumn is back in the paradise room with Montavious and that she is in danger. So
Yeah.
she knew something was wrong and she's running to get help. She knocked on the door for Big L. She's trying to find Diamond. She's trying to find anybody that can help. And the scene goes to Little Murda in Mississippi and Ron. He in there spitting that game and he just stepped on everybody's toes. He said, he gonna be a real manager, unlike, stepped on Wody toes. He said he gonna get some real production. Stepped on DJ Never Scared toes, but DJ Never Scared be having it jumping up in there. I ain't gonna front. Never Scared be having it jumping it up in the paint. Okay, so he said that can't get you no 360 deal like I can, and Wody just kind of just fell back and just didn't say much more. So Uncle Clifford then he comes in and he puts his hand on Little Murder's shoulder, and Little Murder seems uncomfortable.
He did get a little uncomfortable. He
Yeah,
got uncomfortable.
yeah, and he said, you know what? It's about that business right now. That's all. And he basically excuses Uncle Clifford. And so Uncle Clifford excuses himself. And Ron makes an ignorant ass comment.
Herself.
Excuses herself. Uncle, her, him, whatever, he or she, whatever. It don't matter, girl. She excused herself. And that's what I have here on my notes. Uncle Clifford excuses herself. And last comment, basically anti LGBTQ comment, period. I'm not
Yeah, he
even
did.
what he said, but it was very anti and it was just bad. And Mississippi checked him and she checked him with a little rhyme like, he got a tongue like a Draco. Yeah, 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 that's my vato. And and she real country and real pretty. And she just,
It
she
kind of it was all right. It landed.
he see that she is the total package.
Yeah.
And so he like, that's where the money is. He see dollar signs when he see Mississippi. He like, that's the whole reason why so and so came to the club was to see her, not him, because he come a dime a dozen. But that pretty princess, country shit.
Right. And she know how to drop down from 20 feet on the pole into
Yeah.
a split.
And he telling her basically he can take her to the next level. So she starts to eat it up, and the scene goes back to Autumn dancing in the paradise room, and Montavious
Hmm.
is clowning Autumn. Okay, he like, you should be able to twerk better with all the lessons you took, and all of this different shit. He's talking about you, my wife. You was my wife, and she like, yeah, no, I was not your wife, and you didn't care nothing about nothing but that gang. And I guess he's a part of some type of gang or fraternal order or something that it's unknown
I would just
exactly
say organization.
an organization, something. He's a part of something. And so Mercedes shows up in the perfect disguise with the bottle service. Yes, thank you God for Mercedes. Mercedes
Oh,
got
I love a homegirl like that.
that street instinct. She just know what to do and when to do
Yeah,
it.
she
She
does.
really
And how
knows.
to do it. And how to do it. Yes.
Yes, I really like that about her. And as soon as she walks in, first off, she tells him bottle service is complimentary. It come with a bottle and an extra pair of titties. Okay, period. You coming in here, and that's it. So she
Right.
room. She walks in. When she walks in, she immediately
She bust in. She don't walk in. She like,
right.
excuse
She
me.
gave she gave Autumn that look like Molly, you in danger, girl, and I know. Okay, and
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 Molly looked back at her like,
like, thank you, thank you. And
He did.
she pours a glass and she offers it to an obviously disturbed Montavious. Montavious was steaming. Okay. He was steaming. And the scene, but then the scene just goes over to Uncle Clifford and he in the back room. He is obviously distraught about what just happened with him and Lil Murda in that room with Ron in Mississippi. He poured a stiff one, okay, to take to the head. And then she looks at the cameras in the Paradise Room and she sees Mercedes and Autumn dancing, and Autumn is still topless. And she's like, do I have to do everything around here? And so she calls Diamond and she like, ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. You're gonna have to do it. Don't make me fire your ass on the last night, okay? And so and so he take that to the head. He Little Murder comes in to talk to Uncle Clifford, and she was not having it. Okay, he explained. Little Murder's trying to explain that he was just flexing because Uncle Clifford is like, "What was that just back there? I thought you said you was the one that said you didn't want to be in the dark. So why is what's the deal? Like, what's going on?" And he just was like, I don't know. I was just flexing. Basically it just came out like that. And it had nothing to do, or it was nothing behind it, basically. So after that, Uncle Clifford showed him the door. Uncle Clifford was not having it. Uncle Clifford said, I am not, we will not, we will not do this today. Okay. So the thing goes back to the VIP where Ron is still selling that dream to Mississippi. And just when Mississippi was about to buy it, you know who shows up? Creepy Derek. Creepy Derek. Keyshawn. 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 And that's when she went Mississippi on him, okay? He was like, your customer is, tripping. He was like, I ain't no fucking customer. And he was like, she was like, I'll be with you in a minute. And he was like, Keyshawn, can I speak to you for a minute? She was like, yes, 1 minute. She was trying to keep it real classy. And then he said it that one last time. And she said, I'll be with you motherfucking minute, okay? And so they end up the meeting or whatever, and Keyshawn walks out, and Derek is there to question Mississippi about the meeting. Who is that? Is he want to manage you, or does he want to pimp you? Does he want to fuck you? So,
That's basically what I'm saying.
Yes, had her all choked up. So I'm gonna go ahead and let my sis take over.
Yeah,
And
because at that point he ready to go. Now see,
yes,
I got to talk about this. He is all mad because his woman is dancing, doing what she does for a living, and trying to make a business deal, butt naked almost, and he feeling away. So
yeah,
he get her by the DJ booth, and he like, you need to get your stuff. And she like, I still got money here. I still got money. I got to make that money. And he like, I said, get your shit, okay. And so she's still like, I gotta get this money. We need this money. Okay, so he said, if you don't get your stuff by the time I come back here from the bathroom, and not in so many words, but that's what he said, then you're gonna regret it. Basically, you're gonna be sorry.
yeah.
And she was like, but am I gonna be sorry if I go home? I was like, oh,
Yes, you
yeah,
are.
yes, sis.
Yes,
You are actually.
you're
You're gonna
going
be
to be
sorry.
sorry.
You're gonna be sorry. You're gonna regret it, and you don't know if it's the last time. But anyway, he walks off to go to the bathroom and do whatever he gonna do, take a piss, as he said in his words. And guess who was watching in the background? Diamond himself
Ooh.
saw the whole thing go down. So basically, they skipped to the Paradise Room. Meanwhile, back at the Paradise Room, the story starts moving real fast from here. So don't mind me. Meanwhile, back at the Paradise room, it's getting wild. Montavious is ready for Mercedes to get up out the room. She not ready to go because she knows something wrong, like we said before, because Autumn had already signaled her with that face. You know, they know she know not to leave her, and she didn't. You know, that's the kind of chick you want on your team.
Yeah.
But
They became friends at that moment. At that moment, that was the
no, I
moment.
think they bonded a little bit before that. But
But
look, it
they became
she
real friends at that moment.
she turned to Montavious and he was like, "Yeah, you need to get out of here." And she was like, he handed her some money, like, "Thank you for your services." And after she took the stack,
Of course.
she said,
Yeah.
"I'll leave if Haley want me to." And she said that to let him know that she know what's up and that she not going nowhere,
Right.
you know. And so she turns to Haley, and Haley is like, "I think you should go." She was like, but she looked like this. "I think you should go." So you can tell she didn't really want her to leave. So, so Mercedes get it cracking. She break the bottle. She get the swinging. It's on. He snatched her up. He threatened. He snatched the bottle from her and threatens to kill her. Basically, he started winning. He got the one up on her. I don't know how he got that bottle from her and why Haley wasn't doing nothing. Now that I do think about it, like, no,
She
for real,
did.
because
She
she,
did. She did. She jumped on it. They was attacking him from the front and the back. He was attacking Haley from the front. Mercedes jumped on his back. They were going back and
but
forth.
how did he get the bottle from her though? She had a whole weapon.
He was strong.
Okay, yeah, I can see that too. But still, it was two of them though.
That's it. He was strong, and he immediately hemmed her up and was like, you know, where my
Yeah.
money, or else I'm gonna drown this
I'm gonna
girl.
drown her, drown everybody in this girl blood in the club. That's what he said in different words, not what I said, but that's what
Yes.
he said. But Haley had a flashback while he was doing that on him having a gun on her to her head and was basically like, "Okay, okay, it's here. I got the money. It's here." And so he says that she has 5 minutes to go get it. She runs to the dressing room and she's basically got snatched the money, threw her clothes on, and went to go reach for her pistol, but it wasn't there. And it looked like she about to book and leave Mercedes. It's not looking
Yeah,
good for Mercedes
she
right
was
here.
looking like she was ready
It's
to go. It looked like she
not
was
looking
out
real
of
good
there.
for Mercedes. Looked like she done basically ran up on one of them chicks.
Right. It
It's
looked
not
like she
looking
was out
good.
of there. Yeah, and they was having a
So,
conversation for the whole time back in there. Like, is she gonna come back for you?
right,
Mm.
right, right. And that's just what I was about to say. He was basically letting her know exactly what kind of woman she dealing with, or the woman that he knows, and he wasn't having it. And you can see that she was kind of getting some doubt in herself about the situation, but at the same time, still hoping and believing that the homegirl is coming back. Like, bitch, I came back here for you. You better not leave me, type of thing. So. Um, as he's talking to her, Mercedes realizes that it seems like he's not even there for the money. And then they skip to Haley. She in the car. She's trying to get the car in gear. She realized that it seems like she realized that she was doing wrong, or that she wasn't supposed to be doing that. And she had a change of heart. So she stopped and she looks like, I guess she got out the car and just went back basically. And but guess who caught up with Derek in the bathroom?
Diamond.
Finally, finally,
I'd have never wanted somebody to get their ass whooped so bad. I was like, get him.
girl.
Just
That
please.
exchange went downhill immediately. It went
Yeah.
downhill so fast. Derek said he don't know why Keyshawn deal with these gutter N words. And that's when Diamond gave him that good old Superman punch. He did a flying kick punch. It was a Yeah. It was a Superman punch. So it's going down. They
Yeah.
getting it on in the bathroom. So then Uncle Clifford goes to the office to see. He goes to the office and he looks at the cameras and he sees Montavious in the Paradise Room getting live with Mercedes. He sees that it's going down in the Paradise Room,
Mm-hmm.
and it skips back to it looked like Montavious about to take Mercedes out because it skipped back to the Paradise Room and he telling her, "Your 5 minutes is up." He about to stick her, do something to her. He's definitely then lost his patience, and in that moment, Haley busts through the door with the money. I was like, "Oh, she came back for your ass. You lucky today," because I thought she was about to be gone. So then while he was looking in there to see if all the money was there, Haley actually let him know that the baby had passed away, her daughter.
Right.
And let's just say he was less than sympathetic. I'm not going to repeat exactly what he said, but he basically told her that he didn't give a damn and that that's what she get.
And you're right, Dr. Carla. There was so much action going on with everybody.
Yes,
There was
yes,
action in every single scene. Every single
yes.
scene. Yes, it was a good episode.
Yes.
Yes.
So they flash back to Diamond and Derek, and they still get it in the bathroom. And Derek picks up, I think it's Diamond's gun off the floor, and Diamond kicks him through the door. And they struggling over the gun in the club now, and everybody sees, and everybody get to scattering. Everybody get to scattering. A few shots went off, and Montavious and the girls heard it. That distracted them enough to basically for Mercedes and Haley to start fighting with him again, and they got into their struggle. It's just going on everywhere. Big L still in the back trying to do his deal.
Yes.
He see
Yes.
everybody scattering like what the hell is going on. What you call it? Getting Gidget done ran out. That looked so real when she ran out the park. Dominant, Derek, and that scrapping. I was like, damn, that shit look real.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah. I was in my I was in
give me 5 minutes. And so at that point, when she goes, when she runs out, Mercedes actually runs back in, but they're in there struggling. A few shots rung off, like I said before. They and Montavious and the girls had heard it, and they're in the back
you
fighting.
said Mercedes runs back in Mississippi. Ran back
Mississippi
in.
ran back in.
Okay, okay,
Sorry,
okay, okay.
Mississippi ran back in. So Mississippi, when she runs back in, she pulls Haley's gun on Diamond,
Uh,
like, please get off of him. Please stop.
for the sake of everything. Why?
She protecting the person that abused her against somebody that actually cared for her. And
Yeah.
Diamond looked at her like he was too hurt, like he like ready to kill this dude for her. And she want him to stop so she can keep possibly getting her ass whooped. But at the same time, she did have Haley's gun, and it looked like she was about to protect herself tonight. I don't think she was gonna take it this time,
Yeah.
but she begs him to stop. And so at that point, Diamond hears a shot ring out from the back, and he basically leaves Derek right there laying on the end of the stage. Uncle Clifford then ran to the back. Uncle Clifford heard it, or actually, Uncle Clifford went to the office when he seen that the girls was in distress back there. He grabbed a gun and he ran to go to the back. So at this point, while they're in there struggling, Damon and Derek, after Diamond get through whooping Derek, he hears that gunshot ring out after Mississippi had pulled the gun on him, and he runs to the back. And so when he runs to the back, he sees three more shots come through the door, and they just end the scene right there. They go to the next day, and Uncle Clifford, Grandma on the porch. Now, Grandma Ernestine is funny. This is the day after all the drama that went down in the club.
Wait a minute. You saw you don't you just gonna skip over how he saw all that blood? coming from under the
Okay, he
door.
did. He saw blood coming under the door. When them three shots rang out, he saw the blood coming under the door, and the scene cut out. And that's when they skipped to the next day. So the next day, in the aftermath, this is after everything that happened. The Pank then got towed up. You know, they done turned the Pank out, and Grandma is on the porch. Grandma Ernestine, she on the porch listening to the radio, and the radio was talking about everything that happened at the Pink, and she out there crying. And they start talking about how it's going up on the auction block, and she started crying even more.
They made us think that it was gonna be a funeral.
Yeah,
A
but hold
real
on, I ain't there
funeral.
yet. I ain't there yet. Everybody is dressed in all black, and Uncle Clifford come out there dressed in his black with his best black hat on,
Yes.
and
His
he
funeral
said, "I don't know
clothes.
why you out here listening to this, Grandma." So she was like, "Whatever," and she grabbed the keys like she gonna drive. That was too funny. She said, "I've been to this courthouse too many damn times. I know where I'm going," and y'all know she blind, so that's what make it
I
so
can see
funny.
it, nigga.
I
I
got
can
to
see
see.
it.
So
She said they
they
filmed me
skipped
dressed in
from
that
that
black. I
scene.
thought one of the girls did. I did. We did too. And you know, we said earlier
Right.
in the reviews, please don't let nothing happen to one of the girls. Please don't let nothing happen to one of the girls. So yes, okay. We thought somebody died too.
Right. So
But they were just on their way to bury the paint.
yeah, that's what they was gonna do. They was having a little pink funeral at the courthouse. Thank goodness that wasn't actually the girl that passed. But thank you for skipping to that for me. You know,
I didn't
when
skip
that's in the
to it. I
end,
said
you
that we
did. You
thought they
skipped
was
it.
there. I said
You
we
skipped
burying
it.
the
You
paint.
skipped. You skipped it.
I said they was going to bury
So
the paint.
yeah, you told the story. Now everybody knows nothing happened to anybody.
No,
So
you
yeah,
just
you
said
skipped
that.
it. You skipped it. No, no, you skipped it. You skipped it. So it's okay. I'll go ahead and finish now. But um, she after she said she's gonna drive, Uncle Clifford ended up getting the keys because she started crying again, and they skipped to Mercedes in front of Mama Church, the Mama Church. So she's asking for a second chance, and Mama's like, "Ask your God. Remember, I'm dead to you." I was like, "Oh, okay." Mama is really something else.
She's
So
ruthless.
yeah, so Mercedes go off and she's crying hysterically, like, Mama, please, Mama." So they skip to Andre and his wife checking out the hotel and at the front desk, and the man was side eyeing them. The little front desk receptionist guy, he was side eyeing the hell out of Andre, probably because he know that, you know.
Yes.
He done seen
Yes.
Autumn Nights up there a
He
few
said
times.
your husband done been, he shot that shade out like your husband done been here long enough to finish that Bible.
Right. So now we're to the part where I was going to say I actually thought that they were going to a real funeral until everybody showed up at the courthouse, and everybody was dressed in all black, honey. All the girls had their black on. They was definitely ready to bury the Pink. And here come Mayor Ruffin, aka God Daddy, looking like a Chicago player, dressed in his red, bright red suit, honey, fire
Oh,
engine red suit.
oh my God.
And he get cussed out by Grandma immediately. She wasn't having. She, fuck you, Tydell. they start the bidding, right, and the mayor Andre and the wifey, they just think they got it in the bag until Autumn Nights show up there
And white. All
dressed in
night
all white
showed
like the
up in all
guardian
white.
angel.
Yes.
And she get into the bidding war with him, and she clearly has buying power behind her. You can tell her confidence. She didn't even look at him. She kept her poker face straight forward with her glasses on. She didn't look at him till she knew she had the victory. And so they realized, all the girls and Uncle Clifford realized that that's Autumn bidding against him, and they get excited. And Uncle Clifford was like, "This a light skinned bitch." And so Andre says that his cap is 200,000, and he's trying to keep stay in the war basically, but he's losing quickly because she takes the battle from 75,000 to 150K immediately. And so then the mayor snatched the pole and he started bidding himself. He like 215,000. He he got worried. He's like, get permission, damn nigga. Like I don't like the way he say the N word at all. There's something about the way he says it that it's got like a old white
Sambo
undertone
feel.
behind it to
Yeah,
me. Yeah,
Sambo feel. Yeah.
yeah. So at that point, Haley go 250K, 250,000. She throw it all on the table. Uncle Clifford damn near stopped breathing at that point. When he damn near stopped breathing, I almost died laughing. Autumn looks at Andre and she flashes that black eye to him. And basically, when she flashed that black eye, he was done. He hung up the phone. And that was right when the dude Bill from the Promised Land Equities was answering the line.
He was
He
like,
heard him
hello,
pick up.
hello,
He heard
hello.
him pick up.
And
And
he
he
caught
hung up.
eyes with Autumn and hung up.
Yes.
He let
And it
that
was
shit
going once,
on.
going twice. Sold to the lady in white. And
Yes.
they, excuse me, they done saved the pink.
And save the pack. But
Excuse
wait
me.
a minute. The mayor gets up there to try to block the sale. Like, no, it states in the rules section that you must have the money on you. So if you don't have $250,000,
No, no, what he said was 250 wait, he said 100 motherfucking no, he said 250 mother hundred fucking dollars. He said
motherfucking
mother hundred. He said
$100,000.
mother hundred.
Mother hundred fucking And when he said that,
Excuse me.
Autumn came and dumped it.
Mother hundred fucking dollars.
She came and dumped it. Okay,
Girl,
this
she
is
shut
it.
him the hell up.
Yes,
And that was funny as hell. Man Ruffin don't walk downstairs. Tydale Ruffin walked downstairs so mad. He was pissed off like they could pay
he
for a
was
damn parking lot, but they couldn't get this damn casino.
yes,
And while they're downstairs, Andre is talking to his wife, but he's also on the phone, letting the people know what happened. And Haley is off to the side all of a sudden, and she catches eyes with Andre, and they share a little smile and a little vibe. And the wife seemed to pick up on that. I
yes.
saw the wife
She
pick up
just
on that.
walked out. She
She
different.
looked and she walked out. We not like that because we've been like, what?
Yeah, yeah.
What's this?
Right, right. Like
What's this?
I'll
That's what
jump
we would
right.
have
I'll
did.
jump right into it. That must have been the bitch that you was with when you said that you was at the room and I
Right.
was at the room.
Oh, it all added up. It would all added up for me.
Right, right.
But at that point, Uncle Clifford walks up to Haley after Andre walk out after his wife. Uncle Clifford walks up to Haley, and it looks like a new partnership has been formed, basically, because they shake on it and they go back to the club.
Yeah, he said, "Why did you come back and say the Pank?"
No, that's at the club. That's at the club. You getting ahead. He didn't say it right there.
Uh,
He was telling her right there, you stay wearing white after Labor Day. He was saying some other stuff that I wasn't going to include. See, you be skipping ahead. You got to let me do
They
this.
did the handshake right there.
Right there, she said, partner. She said, yeah. She said, I guess you stay breaking the rules. And she said something, 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 partner. But he didn't ask her why she said the pink until they was back at the club. But let me finish this.
Uh,
So, um, back at the bar, back at the club,
mhm.
Mama at the bar and she offering Haley a drink, and Haley is like, I don't drink. That mama is shady. That grandmama is shady and funny as hell. She said, "What kind of hoe don't drink?" And then she was like, "What's your name, is hoe? No, hoe. What's your name?" But when she said, "Mama," she said, "What kind of hoe don't drink?" Uncle Clifford was like, "Mama, grandma." I don't know why I keep saying mama. She's like, grandma. And she was like, "Oh, what's your name?" And she was like, "Haley." She was like, "Okay, I was close." She's shady as hell. So at that point, the grandma is about to walk down and she finna go to the part of the club, go to sit. I thought she was gonna go sit at the table, but she went up there by the pole. And Uncle Clifford say, "Wash the glass." And she said, "I see this shit." She is just too funny. So they're all sitting on the stage. Grandma's, walking around the pole or whatever, and um, she's sitting on the stage next to Uncle Clifford, and he asked why she said came back, why she saved the pink, and she said he owed her, and now, well, she owed him, and now he owes her. That's when he looked at her like, "The hell you talking about?" Gave her that look. But Mercedes walks in. Um, and she's all beat up and bruised from the day before. She had no wig on, got her hair still in cornrow.
Everybody
Them
is beat
underwear.
up.
Everybody looked just terrible.
Terrible.
Um, they hand her a drink immediately, and I'm glad because she looked like she definitely needed a cocktail. And Grandma Ernestine shared a little wisdom at that point because she was about to get into it. She was like, "Y'all, last night," and Grandma Ernestine was like, "Last night was last night. Today is today. Tomorrow is today." I was like, all right now, that's for sure. And the episode ends with them letting Mercedes know everything was taken care of. And actually, she had asked, she said, is everything took care of? And Uncle Clifford said, everything's taken care of. And they move the camera to Haley, and she's like, good, because it's opening time at the Pank. And the episode went off with some trap music. This was probably the most exciting
Exciting
episode.
episode in the whole series.
I can't
Yeah.
believe they only gave us what 8
8
episodes.
episodes, yes.
I
Yes.
definitely needed more than 8.
But this is another series that we've gotten through, and I'm really proud of you. And thank
Yes,
you
I'm proud
so
of
much
you.
for doing this with me because we can do anything that we put our minds to, and I love you so much.
Yes, I'm so proud of you too. I love you. And yes, we did a great job. We got through those two. We knocked those two down. So
Girl, my
here's
whole
to
green screen done fell down in the middle. And the show still went on, okay? Carla Russell says, I'm ready for the next season. I am too.
me too.
And I want to keep it steady. We don't want nothing to happen to the girls. We want Mississippi out of that abusive relationship. We want her
Yeah.
with Diamond. That's what we want, okay? And we want the Pank to thrive. And we want Autumn and Mercedes driving Benzes up to the Pank next season.
Yeah, but I want Mercedes to get her jam. She's been working so hard for it, and
Yeah,
I also want to see what happens with her and her daughter because it seems like that's something that she really wanted. And
yeah.
even if she doesn't get to have her, I would love to see her at least have a good relationship with her or a better relationship with her.
Right.
It's just so many things, and I'm happy that Autumn is deciding to stay in Chuckalisa, and that, excuse me, she's basically partner of the Pank now.
Yes, the Pank.
And if you noticed, the girls when they were walking out the courthouse, did this mean we work for this bitch now? I thought that was real cute. But I'm sure they just happy to still have a job because in a place like that, you know, for people with a certain skill set, there may not be as many opportunities as other people have. So, I really love it. Oh, look,
Here we
Carla
go.
said
Here we
sang the
go.
song.
So one last time. Down in
Down
the
in the
valley where
valley
the
where the
girls
girls
get naked.
get. If you
Even
throwing bands, then you know she gonna shake it.
one,
1, 2, break them. 3, 4, break them. That's all we know.
these niggas grind hard, but
The
the
gonna
harder.
something something something.
But
But
thank
yeah, we did a good. The people that did stars, y'all did a great job on the show. I really loved it, and I'm really looking forward to season 2. And go ahead and take us out, sis.
thank you everybody for rocking with us through this whole series. Everybody that's been there from day one. All of the bells, angels, you are appreciated. If you have not already, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for your bells.
Please hit the bell for your bells.